This video is to go over project checklist for your autobiography Google Slides. So for slide number 1, you should have a background image. This background image should not have any people, should not have any words or logos. It should be pretty plain. Your name should be in a place that is visible. Your name should be used in word art, and it could be either in one line or two. It should be have a color fill and an outline. And again, you can place your name anywhere on the slide that you choose so that it stands out. You should also have a slide animation or object slide transition and object animation. So in this one, my name pops in from the top, just like this, or spins. Slide number 2. You should have the title at the top called All About Me. You should have some information about yourself, like your birthday. Maybe you have pets. Maybe you have a couple of siblings, and your zodiac sign for fun. Then you need your picture. It should be a selfie of you. And your picture should be edited. So you notice I have rounded corners and I have a border weight. And then I also have an object animation where you saw my picture spin. Slide number 3 should have a transition. I should have a characteristic about myself. I need 3 reasons why I am that trait and an image to go with it. You should also have some object animation. And so my object animation was my content was the one that appeared second. Slide 4 and 5 are the same ways. These should be exactly the same. You should have the same font at the top. Your bullet points should be exactly the same. And every image that is not transparent should be edited. So if you notice here, I rounded the edges and I put a border color around my picture. And then slide 5 is also the same. This is a transparent image, so I do not need to do any further editing. Again, I should have the same size and font for the title and the content and the same bullet points. For slide 6, you should have a minimum of 4 to 5 interests. Of course, you can have more than that, but make sure that they are spaced in a collage format. You would not want to overlap anything. You can have object animations, but just make sure they are put after previous so that they all come in. And I should be able to tell what your interests are from your picture. Slide 7 is your pretend poetry. Your pretend poetry should be 5 lines. The first line should all say, I wish I were. The second line is who you would be, like what job. The third line should start with an ing verb and be a phrase of what you would be doing. The fourth line is where you would be doing that job. And the fifth line is an adverb of how you would be doing that job. And then, of course, you also need at least one image. You might want to choose to have another image on the side if you wanted. Again, the spacing, the text, and the title are all the same as my previous slides. And then the last slide should be the exact same as your first slide with an object animation, and that should finish out your project. If you have any questions, feel free to email. Now, once you finish this, you will need to hit the orange share button. This is very, very important. You need to go to Get Shareable Link, and then you must change this to Can Edit right in here. Then copy the link. You will go to Modules in Canvas, and it will say Google Slides task number 2 autobiography, and this is where you will then hit the red submit button. I also have the checklist. Please also make sure you do a spell check